Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, family. So, today we're going to talk about passports, passport book, and passport card. Now, a lot of you guys might not know that there is a difference between a passport book and a passport card, or you might not even know there was a passport card. So, I'm here to tell you about it. But the first thing is very interesting. I had a lady, now she wasn't a client, it was just someone that was having a conversation with. And she was like, yeah, you can go to the Bahamas and Mexico and you don't need a passport. And I was like, huh? What? Where that happen? She's like, yeah, that's what somebody was telling me, that you can actually go to the Bahamas and Mexico without a passport. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. But, as I'm like looking on my phone, like doing international travel, stuff like that. And I'm like, if that just happened right now, I'm sorry, sweetie, but you're going to need something to travel to the Bahamas and Mexico. So I just thought it was funny. And then, we continued the conversation. By the time we got done, she realized that, yes, you do need some form of identification, U.S. government, form of vacation, a passport to travel. Okay. So today we're going to talk about the passport book and the passport card. What are the difference between the two? And I'm just going to pull it up on my screen. I did a little presentation. So if you guys want to go back and review it, you're more than happy to review it. So passport book versus a passport card. One of the most important difference between a U.S. passport and a U.S. passport card and book is that a passport card is not valid for international travel. So if you have a passport card, you cannot travel international. The U.S. passport book and a U.S. passport card are both accepted as forms of ID for domestic flights only. Okay. So you want to keep that in mind. If you're trying to travel international, you cannot use a passport card. You will need a passport. But they are both within the U.S. government. They're both within the United States form of photo ID for domestic flights. So what is a passport card? I gave you a little picture of a little passport card. Passport card is an official U.S. document that is used for land, border crossing, and seaports for several countries. So what that means is you can go to Canada because it's land board. You can go to the Bahamas, but you have to be on a cruise ship. That's where that seaports come in. Okay. So it's land border. You can go to Mexico, land border. Canada, land border. You can use a passport card. Crossing the sea ports and any other form of entry, you have to be on a cruise, a ferry boat, or whatever. You can have a passport card. So that's really, really important to remember when you are traveling. Do not use your passport card for international air travel. You cannot do it. So, passport card, list of countries and territories where the U.S. passport card is valid and can be used. So, again, you can go to Canada, you can go to Aruba, you can go to Mexico, you can go to any one of these countries that accepts the passport card, but only by land, border, and seaports crossing. Okay, remember, so important to remember. So you're probably like, well, why would I want that if I can't fly? Well, most people don't want to fly. They want to get on a cruise or they want to drive, you know, to a place where they can just cross over the border. It's your own preference, however you want it. So some of the of a passport card is, again, I gotta put that out there. You cannot use it for international air. But the passport card is like a credit card, photo ID type size. So it is small enough to fit in your wallet. It's not as expensive as an American passport. Can be used as proof of citizenship when flying domestic. That means within the United States. And can be used for identification documents for non-drivers and children. So those are some of the benefits that you can use your passport card. Now, what if you don't want your passport card anymore and you want a passport book? Can you convert that over? No, you will have to reapply again because the serial numbers are different. Your passport book has 9 numbers and your passport card has 8. So you have to start that whole process all over again if you want to convert your passport, if you have your passport card and you want a passport book now because you want to fly international. Okay, so you will have to reapply for an official passport. Now, what is a passport book? Passport book is a document used for international travel by land, sea, or air. So if you have a book, the sky's the limit. You got land, sea, and air. You can travel with your passport book. The advantage of a passport book, it is valid for international travel. Pages can be used for different stamps whenever you travel, which is, I'm telling you, absolutely cool. When you go through customs and they put that little stamp on that page, oh, it is so exciting. It's thrilling. Be like, yes, I was here. I did it. Got my passport stamp. Yes, I'm telling you, it's some type of feeling when you get those different stamps from those different countries that you have visited. And it can be used to acquire a visa for traveling. It's also proof of U.S. citizenship and ID. Okay, so international travel, you can get your little stamps on it for your different countries. You can acquire for a visa, and it is also used as a U.S. Form of ID. What are the costs? So there are 2 different price brackets. If you're an adult, is considered 18 years and older. So it's about, for a book, it's about $110. If you want to expedite it, it's another $35. For a card, it's $30. Again, if you want to expedite it, it's another $35. But if you want to get both, the passport book and a passport card, there's the price right there. I personally don't know why you would want both, but again, to each its own. If you want to get both, you go right ahead and get both. So if you want to know the passport costs for a book, I think I have book. Oh yeah. Passport costs for a book for renewing. So your renewing price is pretty much the same as your new applicant price. But the process is completely different. If you're going to renew it, you do have to submit all your documents, your old passport in the mail along with the application. You do have to submit that in the mail. So the process is different, but the price is the same. Okay, for your passport card, or if you want both. Passport book, if you're under the passport cost, if you're under 16, is a little cheaper. You know, your book is $80, your card is $15. And if you want both, again, I don't know why you would want both, but to each his own, it's about $95. So to recap the price, whenever you're applying for your passport, there is a form, like a Adobe form that you can fill out all the information on. If you go to the United States Department of Travel Services, there's a form that you can fill out because, you know, most of our handwriting is not legible at all. So it's easier to just type in all the information, print it out. Either you're going to take the form to your county office building or you're going to submit the form in the mail if you're renewing. You need your DS-11 form for your passport card, your book, or if you're applying for both. Again, If you go to the U.S. Department of Travel and Services, the official government site, you can check the status of your passport if you have already filled one out, or if you got more questions about applying for your passport book or your passport card. All the questions are there. The links are there. I do have the link here. I don't know if you're able to copy. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. But go to that website and you'll find all the information, all the travel information, to find all your documents that you will need. What is not in here, and I do want to make sure that I put out there, if you do have a passport, make sure your passport is not going to expire within 6 months of your travel, because you will be denied entry. You have to have more than 6 months valid on your passport before you can travel. So make sure you go check your passport date. If you're going to be traveling soon and your passport's about to expire, you better get that renewed, because they will not let you into the country. You have to have at least 6 months of valid left on your passport. And you have to have more pages. You can't have if your passport is stamped up and you don't have any spaces for a new entry, you got to get a new passport. And if you got a passport that's like that, you need to call me, because we need to travel together. I'm just saying. But let me stop sharing this. So, like I said, if you're traveling on like that, call a sister app. We can travel together, because that's what I'm talking about. So just remember, you have to have more than 6 months valid left on your passport, and you have to have pages remaining in your current passport book in order to travel international. So just like a little recap, your passport card is about your little wallet size. You can put it in your wallet. It's cheaper. You can use it for ID, and you use it for domestic, land, sea, border, seaport entries only. Your passport, international travels, the sky's the limit. Go anywhere, do anything, land, sea, air. It's up to you, but it does cost a little bit more, and it is kind of like big and bulky, but that's okay. You get those little cool stamps and stuff like that. But if you have any questions, make sure you go to the U.S. Department of Travel Services website, and all the information is there. So until then, passport book, passport card has been explained. But if you got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment area. If not, I will talk to you guys later. And thanks for joining us on Let's Talk About It. So if you got anything that you would like to talk about, or anything that you would like to know, feel free to hit me up, inbox me, text me, call me, add a comment into the field, and we'll talk about it. Okay. But our next topic is travel insurance. This is a killer, travel insurance. So until next week, maybe I'll see you on the beaches of the world. Until then,